Hello, guy. Today video is about answering the question that I got from many people that interesting in my my Phoenix bot. So the most asked question is, does Phoenix bot really work? Okay. So to answer that question, I will clarify a few points to answer the question whether it work or not. Okay. So the first thing that I want to clarify is about the capital. You cannot expect to run Phoenix bot on a small account. It's $10, $5, $50, or $500. The minimum requirement, the minimum deposit requirement for Phoenix bot at least $5,000 on standard account or 5,000 cents on same account. So this is a minimum requirement. But if I would recommend is $10,000. If you ask me for my recommendation, is $10,000. The larger the capital you input, the better. Okay, so number one is about capital. Phoenix bot is not for small account. Again, I want to emphasize that it's not for a small account. So yes, it works if you have enough capital. Second thing that I want to clarify is about setting. It's all about setting. So here are the settings. It works if you set correctly. So my suggestion is that before you run the Phoenix bot on your account, you have to do the backtesting. Why you need to do backtesting? Because backtesting gives you the confidence on the setting itself. So you will find out what setting work the best in terms of risk, in terms of profit. Okay, so let me share with you something that you share with you about setting. Okay, number one setting that you must take care of is grid setup. So right here, the lot increase, because we have lot increase by default, right? I'm talking about lot increase, meaning increasing lot size. The faster you increase lot size, the faster you can close the EA can close profit. For example, if you increase lot size by 0.02 to reach $10, it need to move. I mean, the price need to move at least $5, right? $5 to close a profit of $10. But if you put it like 0.4, meaning when it increased to 0.5, it need only $2 to reach $10. This example, right? So the larger increase, a lot increase you put in, the faster you can close the profit. But also at the same time, the larger drawdown it could be as well. So I suggest you to do back testing and find out what worked well for you in terms of risk, drawdown and profit. So this setting is very important. Okay. So the number one rule in setting, you must think about grid setup. Okay. Beside the lot size, the grid gap and order system also taking into account of how the EA will perform. The larger grid gap and order system you put in, the longer it takes to close profit, and probably the larger drawdown it could take. That's the reason that the default that I recommend is 50 and 100, meaning half $0.5 of price, yeah, $0.5 of gold price, and $1 of gold price for order distance. All right. The third point that I want to clarify is how you perform the trade. If you want to trade, if you are greedy, you may take out the no target, meaning there's no target, right? But to avoid overtrade, by default, it will, I mean, the default setup will ask you to, will ask the EA, I will ask the EA to set the target to, to close all the trade, to stop trading when it reaches target, because this is designed for $10,000, so it's 1% of $10,000 is 100. But if your capital is $5,000, you have to put in 50 only because it's 1%. So this is to avoid overtake, right? So again, number one is about grid setting. Number two is about overtrading. If you overtrade, the EA could not, somehow it will have huge drawdown and it doesn't work. You could say that. That's the reason this EA have the feature, to define daily target. So I strongly suggest you guys to use daily target. Just 1% of your capital. 1% is too much already actually. 1 month, imagine 1 month you will have 20% profit already. So if you are not greedy, this EA will work. Okay. So number two is about taking profit and not too greedy, not overtrade. And the last but not least, the very important part, number four, is timing. Yes, trading gold, not only just gold, but any, right? You need to select the right time. You need the time that the market will have the most volatility, meaning big movement. You want to run the EA when the market move very big, right? Have a big movement. So I suggest that you choose 1 hour or 2 hour of each section start. But for gold, I rarely see, I cannot see it work well on London session. So I suggest that you choose between, the first 2 hour of Asian session or the first 2 hour of New York session. Okay, so you need to select the right timing. But as far as we know, right, gold work very, very well. In New York session, especially after the new release. Please consider that. So you have to select the right time to run the EA, then the EA will work. So let me summarize again. Number one, you need enough capital to handle a drawdown, because you can, you could face drawdown sometime. Number two, you need to set the right grid setup. Number three, you need to consider the target. 1% or 0.5%, 0.5% is enough. And number four is timing. So yes, it works if these four criteria are met. Okay, so yeah, once again, I recommend you guys to do back testing. Don't run this EA right away on your account. You could lose your money using this bot. Not only this bot, any EA, you could lose your money if you don't find the right setup. Okay, there's no EA on earth that just click and use it and then make profit right away. You need to do back testing, find the right setup for specific instrument. We cannot use the same setup for this, for different pair, for different instrument. So each instrument should have its own setup. Okay, I hope this will serve you guys well, and I wish you have a good profit. Thank you.